this is going to be another segment of characters I like and hate. Now, as I said before, this is going to be about one character I like and one character I hate. And we're going to talk about I'm going to talk about two Spider-Man villains. One that I like and one that I absolutely detest. As you can tell, as I always start out with the ones I like, it's going to be Adrian Toomes, the Vulture. Now, I really like the Vulture. I've always liked the character of the Vulture. I always took him as a serious threat. I always thought he was cool. I always thought that he's old, but he's also he's also he's a badass basically, and can easily go toe to toe with Spider-Man on any day of the week. I really dug him even as a kid. I thought, wow, this guy's pretty cool. I really actually one of the stories I like featuring the Vulture is this 3-part story in Spectacular Spider-Man title called Funeral Arrangements. Now, Funeral Arrangements was basically what it was about was Vulture. He was dying of cancer, and he was finishing up like a list. And on that list, he was killing people that wronged him. And one of the things was trying to get Aunt May for trying to apologize for Aunt May for killing a boyfriend she had at the time. I can't remember his name, but he was a man in a wheelchair, and the Vulture accidentally killed him. And he's trying to apologize to Aunt May, but she won't take it. And Vulture doesn't take no for an answer. And also on his list, last on his list, is killing Spider-Man before he dies of cancer. That's actually a really good story. I think I've said enough, but it's a really cool story of having Vulture, because if you don't know, his suit can be cranked up at max power, and that's he had it at max power. Like, he was flying faster, he could be stronger, he could be faster, because he was dying, so he didn't care. I know I have the green suit as a picture, but I actually really dig the black and red costume he had. I really wish he stuck with that, because I really thought that made him more menacing. Not saying the green costume was terrifying, but the black costume was freaking epic. I really enjoyed that costume. And I'm even glad they used a version of it in the Spectacular Spider-Man series. I thought that was really cool of them. And I thought what was really cool was having Robert Englund, aka Freddy Krueger, do the voice of the Vulture. I thought that really added into the the menace that is Adrian Toomes. Now, you're probably wondering, do I like the new Vulture? He's odd. I'm really half and half on the new Vulture, because one, it's he's trying to be a vigilante when it should be a villain, and he's got all these weird powers. I'm just wondering if because Toomes doesn't take too kindly to people taking up his title, like back in the 70s when there was 2 Vultures, him and another person. Another prison inmate became another Vulture, and he beat him down and took back the role of the Vulture. I'm wondering if Toomes is going to get back in the Vulture costume, and I don't know how he cured his cancer. I can't remember how it was, but he got his cancer's away. But despite being old, I'm pretty sure that one issue he's going to put on the costume and go toe-to-toe with this new Vulture, and only one's going to walk away. And I'm really hoping they do that story. I want to see this new Vulture go to toe-to-toe with the real Vulture, so that pretty much says everything about that. So yeah, the only time I didn't like the Vulture was when the other Vulture, back in the 70s when there was 2 Vultures. I read Essential Spider-Man, and I didn't like that other Vulture, so I'm glad Toomes beat the shit out of him. But yeah, we're going to move on to now the Spider-Man villain I hate, and it's the Chameleon. Yes, I do not like the Chameleon. I do not like this Spider-Man villain. But people keep saying, "Oh, well, he's the first Spider-Man villain, and he should be treated with respect." I don't respect this punk. Not at all. The thing is that I don't really care much for villains who take on, like, mimic people. Like, they assume, like, they're espionage, and they can take on their roles and stuff. Because it bought in, actually, Browncoat Eric, aka Blows Himself Up, dude, pretty much, said everything, it said what he needed to say about the Chameleon. The thing is that it pisses me off to no end, and he said it too, is that the thing that pisses me off is that when the Chameleon takes on a role and he does stuff that the character he mimics doesn't act like, people just instantly assume it's him. Like when Chameleon once pretended to be Peter Parker and tried to rob someplace, and they all thought it was Peter Parker when it never acts like Peter. When he never acts like Peter Parker. When Peter Parker never acts like that, and they just instantly assume that's him, rather than, hey, something's up. That's not right. They just instantly assume. I hate that. I know it's like, oh, it's comic book logic, but I don't like that. And he's not an appealing character to me. Like, oh, that's all he can do. He's just espionage and spy work and all that. And I was like, I like spy stuff, but the Chameleon kind of bugs me because all he can do is just assume people. Like, he doesn't take their powers. I don't mind characters who can do that. Like, they can take people's powers. I think that's pretty cool. But a guy who can just look like other people? Nah, not for me. Now, you're probably wondering, do I not like Clayface? I like Clayface. I really do like Clayface. Because while he can do the assuming people and talk like them and all that, he has that other element of being superhuman. Like, if he gets found out, all Chameleon can do is just run away or just get knocked out. Clayface, if he gets found out, your ass is in for a fight for your life, because he can just morph back to his clay form and just start beating the hell out of you. And I always liked him as a Batman villain, even though people say, oh, he's too powerful to be a Batman villain. Clayface gives that element of Batman has to think outside the box rather than, oh, it's not just punch and kick this guy. I gotta think to beat him. It's the same thing with Spider-Man and Sandman. So, more or less, these are the two characters, one character I like and one character I hate. You guys tell me what you... So, basically, stay tuned next week when I come back with another segment, and see you around.